All right, what we have here is a Shep CMIT and a DPA 4017C, and they are at an approximate decent booming distance, probably a little on the high side as I can walk completely under them with a few inches to spare. But I should give you an idea of what the two sound like side by side. I actually kind of get tired of just saying check and stupid things like that, so to let you hear the difference in these two mics, I'm going to tell you why I think Nacho Libre is an underrated movie. It follows the guidelines of Save the Cat, and it makes the hero an underdog and establishes his good heart right away. He befriends an unlikely guy, turning it from a romantic comedy into a buddy movie and back again. And I like that the hero wins in the end. It's not exactly a complicated story, I know, but if you're going to have a couple beers and feel good about life, I think you can do a lot worse. If you don't think the movie's funny, you're not looking at Jack Black's eyes enough. I think he is the best physical comedian of our time. I have a good life. I get to sleep alone. I sleep in a bed alone my entire life. It's fantastic. All right, go away. When I was a kid, we always had recorders and used to have fun recording our stupid little sketches and skits with the neighbor kids. And sometime around 2000, my nephew was just a little kid, and he played for like Boys Town football or something like that. And I thought it would be fun to put something together for his coaches, which were all volunteers. And I was so frustrated that I couldn't make a home movie sound like a real movie. And that's when my obsession with audio equipment got kicked into high gear. So I guess we're going on about 15 years now of a fairly serious passion about microphones. It's less than a lot of guys, but I've also been building speakers and things like that. I just pointed at my speakers. I realize you can't see them from this shot. But I've been into sound since I was a kid, so probably about 38 years. Anyway, hopefully this gives you an idea of the difference in sound between the CS3E and the DPA. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next one. What we have here now is the Sanken CS3E on channel 1 and the Sennheiser MKH8060 on channel 2. Both of these mics seem to have significantly more reach than the Sheps and the DPA, which is what's kind of hanging me up on making a move to the DPA or the Sheps. Because while I do think that both of those mics sound better than either of these mics, I'm not sure that the 8060 or the CS3E aren't perhaps the better actual tool. Now I'm again about 45 degrees off axis, maybe more, really how far I'm stepping back is probably more than 45 degrees. But that should give you an idea of what these two mics sound like in comparison to one another. The camera that I'm using is a Canon 70D. I got it because of the face tracking, which should make videos like this considerably easier. When I saw an example of it on YouTube with someone else's video about the camera itself, I was basically stunned and realized that stupid little test videos like this are going to be a hell of a lot easier from now on. Anyway, hopefully that's enough, and you got an idea of what these two mics sound like in comparison to one another.